Hello everyone, my name is Austin, and today I want to talk about Blue Archive once again, right? Another review of Blue Archive, but this time I want to focus more on the gameplay and the, gacha aspect, as well as some other details like music. On part one of my review, I talked mainly about the story. Typically, I did cover some other topics as well in review one. But for the most part, everything was about the story and how I got hooked into the game because of the story and how all this and that. And today, I want to focus more on some other aspects that I did not cover in review one. So I think the biggest thing I can probably say about the gameplay is, it's much more complex and it's much more deep than I think it is. So in terms of gameplay, like I said earlier, the best way of comparing, I guess, Blue Archive is it's like you get a gacha RPG, turn-based kind of thing with units have 3 skills or whatever, have an ultimate skill, and but instead, right, their ultimate skill, their skill 3 or whatever, is tied to an elixir bar. It's tied to an elixir bar. That's where the Clash Royale aspect comes in. And you see your characters kind of move around and they kind of do their own thing. So actually, it's just fucking Clash Royale at this point. It's just Clash Royale. It's just Clash Royale at this point, guys. It's just Clash Royale. It's just gacha Clash Royale. But even though it's just gacha Clash Royale, it's like the mission stages. They're fun. They're really fun to clear. It's complex too. It's got elemental typing. So piercing does good against I know I'm gonna get this fucking wrong, but some enemies are weak to piercing. Some enemies are weak to explosive. Some enemies are resistant to. Some enemies resist explosive. Some enemies resist piercing. Some enemies resist mystic. Some enemies are weak against mystic. There you go. That's the best way of putting it. That way I don't have to drop any stupid defense typings. You know what I mean? I don't have to drop any. I don't have to drop any of those names. But yeah. So obviously there's elemental typings on top of having elixir bar gameplay. There's a PvP aspect, which is pretty interesting. You just kind of let your character do your own thing, and then see which one. I don't know. It's think of it Think of it as what's the correct word? E7 Arena kind of, or Summoner's War Arena. You're fighting against character bots. You know what I mean? Or you're fighting character defenses, right? Some of them will be bots. Some of them will be real people. Real defenses, some of them will be fake defenses. You get the idea, right? And you're just battling against those defenses. That's the PvP for the most part. The raids are pretty interesting. I've only played the Grand Assault. I haven't touched Total Assault yet because it hasn't been open for me either. But Grand Assault is fun. You can clear an assault multiple times. So even if you die, and the big boss himself, you know what I mean? The big boss himself, he's not dead. You could just send in another team just to fucking clear him out. So that's nice. You can do multiple teams to fight the boss, and even though you're dead once, doesn't mean it's over. As long as you're willing just to clear him out before, when you start an assault, right? When you start an assault, you have a certain amount of time before it ends. As long as you send enough teams to clear him, then he's dead. And there's 3 categories. There's a mystic boss, there's a fucking explosive boss, piercing boss, and they each have their own different typings or something that you need to clear. You know what I mean? What I mean by piercing, explosive, and mystic boss is you use those units, right? You use explosive units for the explosive boss. I think it's called heavy. I think it's the heavy boss, and heavy boss needs explosive, shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the Grand Assault is pretty interesting. You need to have a lot of units, but it's an interesting game mode. I've find it fun. Total Assault, I don't know. I think Scrimmage. Or no. Actually, yeah. I haven't touched Scrimmage or the drill yet. But I've looked at the tutorial screenshots they give you, and the drill looks like some type of battle pass thing, kind of where you get rewards the longer you go into a goddamn tower. I think it's like a little tower system. It looks like to me, where you clear a bunch of stages that I guess you know what I mean. That you have a long list of stages to clear, and yeah, you get rewards, and it's only for a limited time. So stuff like that. A lot of the content that's like gameplay wise is kind of time gated, like the Total Assault, the Grand Assault, the Drill, but yeah, stuff like that. But the Tactical Challenge, aka the PvP, the arena thing, I think that's always available, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't know what Scrimmage is, but I can't review Scrimmage because it's not allowing me to do that. Wait, no. Scrimmage is weapon growth. That's right, weapon growth. It's just like mats for you to farm. So it's like, think of it as like a dungeon. You know what I mean? Think of it as a dungeon, just to get rewards to, level up your weapon. I think, yeah, it's to level up your weapon. Like bounties is to like level up and like get stuff for your hero awakenings, hero skills, like student skills, stuff like that. And I think commissions is like for XP items, XP books, and coins, credits, if you will. Yeah, so those are all the game modes that I talked about. Yeah, so you got a couple dungeons, you got a PvP mode, you know what I mean? Fighting defenses and stuff like that. You got a little tower thing that I haven't touched yet because it's time gated. I've done one of the assaults. There's another low one called Total Assault, but I'm not sure what that is. But it's probably similar to a Grand Assault. And yeah, there's probably some other game modes that I'm missing, but for the most part, yeah, the main core gameplay is Clash Royale, but gacha. You know what I mean? Clash Royale, but gacha. Obviously, each different game mode is, going to require different setups, and, some may even restrict you. Like, for example, the PvP arena thing. It doesn't allow you to do manual, but for the most part, yeah, that's the game plan. And talking about the gacha system is very interesting. I mentioned earlier in review 1 where it was like, review 1 where it's kind of hard to get, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like demanding. It really is. You know what I mean? Like it's not as like, it's easy freebies like most gacha games, I feel like. But even still, it is interesting in that it does actually, like, if you play the game long enough, they do give out a lot of freebies, but you have to spend some time grinding for them. You know what I mean? It's not so simple as like, newbies get treated to a bunch of rewards right away. You know what I mean? Newbies get treated right away. No. You have to actually you have to grind, like seriously grind. You get a lot of opportunities now that I'm like at least like 20, 30 hours into this game, fucking live service game. Now that I'm like this long into the game, yeah, they definitely give you a lot of opportunities. So I was definitely wrong the first time I made this review about the gacha aspect. They definitely do give opportunities. You're just gonna have to grind a lot for them. And you have the opportunity to grind for 3 stars, aka like the highest rarity, like characters and stuff like that. You have the opportunity to through their, I guess, LFs, aka like their tickets. They're kind of like tokens type of thing. You have enough tokens, you can just recruit a character, stuff like that. So you have the opportunity to farm for their LF, stuff like that. I think you need like 120 to like get a full character. But yeah, you can farm LFs. The game does give you a lot of opportunities to earn freebies. You just gotta work for them. You know what I mean? They're just not gonna give you out willy nilly. Although I think this month they're giving out 100 free pulls. But if anything, it's more like a discount because 100 pulls ain't gonna do much. Because you need 200 to like actually get a character. You know what I mean? But yeah, you need 200 to actually get a character, but 100 is like a good discount, right? Like, you only have to save for 100 more just to fucking get a character. So that's nice, I guess. That's nice. In terms of like getting 3 stars, I after saving up for enough resources, I do get a lot of 3 stars. So like, yeah, getting 200 pulls is ridiculously fucking tough, especially if you're starting, because like I was starting, and like saving up for pity is actually nuts. But if you do save up for pity, you can get the entire fucking banner. And what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is like, for example, you know, I save my pity until when Shun Small, Saya Casual, and Kokona. When those 3 are around, I had enough for pity. And, you know, getting to pity is fucking hard. Because, like I said, you probably should get pity. Like, you should probably have enough to get pity. Because in this game, you're not going to get 3 stars willy-nilly. Like, it's tough to get 3 stars. But if you save enough for pity, right? If you save enough for pity, you have the opportunity to get a whole bunch of them. So, you know, I had, like, what, 200, I guess, 200's worth of, like, you know, currency to pull, right? 200 pulls, basically. And I pulled, and I was able to get all 3 featured characters on all their respective banners with just 1 pity. I guess, not 1 pity. I was able to get 2 characters, and then one I had to pity. There you go. But yeah. Once you have enough to, like, pull for, like, pity, 3 stars will start coming in. Think of them as, like, limited. Not limited, like, standard characters. Yeah, standard. Like, 3 stars that aren't in the banner, they'll show up. And you'll just be able to rack up a bunch of 3 stars that way. Because, like, you're trying to get a target character, right? You're trying to get this one specific character. But a whole bunch of 3 stars that are not related to the banner, they'll start showing up as soon as you try to, like, start pitying the banner that you're on. A lot of them will start showing up. And on top of that, you know, you might even get lucky and get the character that's on the banner early. And then you can summon another character on the other banner. But yeah, don't pull. Do not pull until you have 200 pulls, at least. It's just going to be a waste, right? Like, yes, you're going to get a lot of 3 stars when you start pulling all those 200 pulls. But until then, right, if you start pulling thinking, oh, I'm going to get like 50 pulls in, I'm going to get a free 3 star, no, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen at all. But if you save up for 200 pulls, you might get multiple 3 stars within those 200 pulls. So I'm not sure how that works, but I guess it's kind of a luck thing. But yeah, I find that if I save up for pity, I get like multiple, like not just one, but multiple. But if I don't save, I just get nothing. You know what I mean? So that's my experience. That's my recommendation for the gacha aspect of this game. And finally, talking about like other stuff. The music is actually pretty good. I enjoy it. Nothing much else to say about the music. It's just fun, easy just to bop your head to. But it's not the craziest song out there. They don't have the craziest soundtracks out there. But it is a nice, like, what is it? It's actually a really nice, like, stream music. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, I guess, soundtrack is, like, playing in the background. It's nice for streams. Yeah, it's nice for streams. And, that'll be about it. Overall, I think Blue Archive is going to be a game that I'm going to continue playing until it's EOS, I suppose. That'll be it. That'll be about it. See ya.